Okay, so we're at IMTS. We're at the Select Machine booth. I'm here with my buddy Doug. We're going to be talking Ibarmia. Doug, thank you so much for spending some time. I know you've been busy all morning.
Yep.
Clearly, you're the man with the answers. Someone was saying, what, the Google of machine tools?
Yeah, that's what somebody called me once.
Oh, okay.
Love that.
Okay. So we're standing in front of this giant machine. Now, I was talking to the application engineer, and one of the things I found is I'm not familiar with the Heidenhain control, but how do you find that? You've been in machine tools for a couple days.
Yeah, the Heidenhain, we find the Heidenhain TNC7 control to be a very, very powerful CNC control.
Yeah.
A lot of features that are very well targeted towards 5-axis machining and the mold and die work. The Heidenhain has done very, very extensive work in 5-axis machining and multi-axis machining with smoothing capabilities and other features necessary in a 5-axis machine. And the new TNC7 offers a very powerful HMI, so the operator has a very double touch, or what do they call it, a multi-touch capability.
Oh, so it's not just a single touch.
Screen. Yeah, so you can zoom in by pinching. Very similar just to what you would do with your iPhone.
I was going to say, if you can use a smartphone, then this control is going to be really easy to pick up.
There's some very powerful editing tools in the TNC7 for editing programs or features. And it's just overall a very operator-friendly and powerful CNC control.
Which, I was talking to Jan a little bit this morning, and I was like, man, I never ran them, and he stepped me through a bunch of different stuff. We're not going to go into depth right now for the people out there, but I was surprised at just how simple the navigation is.
Yeah, it's very intuitive. Heidenhain's controls have always been very focused on the machinist and the machinist language. So if you want to program at the machine, it basically uses just machinist language to say, oh, I want to do a bolt hole circle, I want to mill a pocket.
That is such a handy feature. Now this machine, we can step up here. We've got our guy Mobile over there on the camera. He's going to follow us. But this machine, I mean, what do you know, and I'm putting you on the spot, if you don't have the exact number, that's okay, but do you know what the work capacity is of this?
Yeah, so this machine has a 39-inch table and a 49-inch swing. So it's a 1 meter diameter table with a 1.2 meter swing. The spindle is a 12,000 RPM, 112 horsepower,
112
with about 147 foot-pounds of torque.
Oh, wow.
HSK 100. So it's capable of heavy cutting in addition to high-speed cutting.
Yeah, well, and that's even like the giant knuckle up there.
Right.
It's just for a 3+2 system. It's absolutely fantastic to have such a robust join.
Yeah. So this system is actually 4-in-1. So there's only a single axis on the head.
Yeah.
You have X, Y, and Z in the column, the vertical, and under the table.
Okay.
You have the 4th axis in the rotation of the table, and the 5th axis on the 45-degree of the head.
That is awesome. So it sounds like they stacked them all up to have some really seriously rigid joints.
So much better rigidity.
And Jan kind of gave me a little bit of a sneak peek, but he said that's a full turning table as well, so you can put all your turning tools in here?
This table's capable of turning it up to 500 RPM.
Oh, wow.
And then, of course, it's also a pallet changer with the dual pallet system.
Yeah. That's fantastic. And of course, we've got the Aerospace part in there now.
Right.
Now, and I know the other side, there's a little bit something different because from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, Ibarmia is one of those companies where they use their machines to make their machines.
Yeah, they have 2 or 3 of their own machines in their production facility, machining their critical components for the machines that go into assembly.
Yeah.
The part that's on the other table is actually a head, a spindle housing for the ZVH series machines.
Yeah.
So this is the face that with the B axis the torque motor would be mounted to.
Okay.
And then the spindle would be in there vertically. So this is the housing that would house that electro spindle.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you've got a high accuracy machine like this, of course you'd want to use it for something delicate like that.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's a machine that can make itself, there's not a lot of machine tool builders that can make that claim.
Correct.
Some can, and I love that Ibarmia makes Ibarmia with Ibarmia.
That's correct. Yep.
I don't know if I could say that again. How about you try to say it 10 times fast?
Right.
Well, so what else, when you're looking at this machine and you're looking for a customer, what are some of the industries where you see are taking the best advantage of this package?
Well, for sure, the aerospace industry is one that we focus on today. In the space industry, there's a lot of need for small, high accuracy 5-axis with turning capability.
Yeah.
Mold and die valves.
Okay.
Production valves. Any high precision 5-axis, multi-axis machining and turning.
Yep.
Pump housings is another one.
Okay.
Certainly there in die mold. There's some opportunities in die mold. Maybe not so much for the multi-process in the turning, but in the extreme models that are just full 5-axis milling capable.
Yeah, well, and there's options that are available for this machine. I don't know if they're all on this one.
Not
but
all.
I mean, you've got the giant 120 tool capacity on the back. That thing is monstrous.
Expanded to 240 or 360.
All the way up to 360 in a single machine?
Yep.
That's...
It's a lot of tools.
Well, and I like it because we've got like the probe swings in and out of this machine.
Sure.
You don't have to worry about chips on it and all of the things that get in the way of it. And there's just so many options. I heard there's even a grinding option for this.
Yes, you can add the grinding capability to this machine, which increases the weight covers.
Okay.
Have increased seals or better seals for it to handle the grinding swarf.
Oh, okay.
And with the grinding, their grinding cycles are added to the CNC.
Yep.
And so it doesn't make this machine a grinder, but it gives you the ability to do certain things with grinding capability that you would normally have to take to another machine.
Yeah, and I mean, something that a lot of people are looking at in manufacturing is you're trying to reduce your setups, the amount of times that part's handled. So if you do a giant housing and you just have one bearing bore you want to grind out, you can do it here in this machine rather than transferring it, shipping it maybe outside of your own company.
Maybe you just need it cleaned up for finish.
Yeah.
And because you don't need the turn marks on it or the milled marks on it. You just need to clean up that surface. That's where our grinding capability can help.
Well, that's
But you also have hobbing capability available for hobbing gears or power skiving for cutting gears. Those technologies are available on this platform. And again, this is our smallest in the T-Series. This is the 12 size.
This is the smallest.
This is the smallest T-Series. I said earlier, this has a 1.2 meter swing, 49 inch swing.
Yeah.
We go up to 3.6 meter swing. So 3.6 meter swing is roughly 140 inches.
Man, that's an impressive machine.
That's a big machine. We could all stand on the table.
We could have a little dance party on the inside. But the nice thing about that is it's a bigger footprint, but then you can add all of those capabilities. So when you're getting
heavier parts, larger parts.
And for shops like that have that much functionality in one work envelope, there's so many that would install several different machines and just use a crane to move it between. I've dropped parts going on the crane. It's not fun.
With 360 tools, you know, we talked about the large tool capacity. This machine can also be adapted to a pallet system, so an FMS system. So that's why the additional tools becomes important. Because now instead of just 2 pallets, we could add 6, 8, or 10 pallets to this system and give you much more expanded unattended running. There
is so much functionality in this one machine. Especially...
Well, that's what Ibarmia is good at. They're not just providing the machine, but customizing that machine to your requirements.
That is fantastic. So it sounds like if you've got parts that are in this work envelope and you're in the industries we've mentioned, that reaching out to yourself or another member at the Select Machine Tools location would make a lot of sense to start that conversation to see which Ibarmia would be right for you.
Not just Select Machining, but also our exclusive distribution network with Morris, Hartwig, and Gossiger, and Arizona CNC across the United States.
That's fantastic, and they can all get you Ibarmia if you need it.
Absolutely. Well, those are our exclusive distributors.
That is great. Thank you so much, Doug, for all the insight. I can see why they call you the Google of machining, though. I'm sorry. I get it.
Well,